Story time.
Jokes, stories, and anecdotes is told by native English speakers.
Sweet words. A husband is in hospital after a serious operation and he's just regaining consciousness. His wife is sitting at his bedside. All of a sudden his eyes flutter open and he murmurs, "You're beautiful." Flattered, the wife continues her vigil while he drifts back to sleep. Later the man wakes up again and says, "You're cute." And the woman responds angrily, "Hey, what happened to beautiful?" To which he replies, "The drugs are wearing off." The apartment. One day, Mary and her husband Billy decide to move to a new city with their 7 children. However, finding an apartment is really difficult as most landlords don't like the fact there are so many kids. After several days of searching, Mary asks Billy to take the 4 youngest children to visit the cemetery, while she takes the 3 eldest children to find an apartment. Towards the end of the morning, they find the perfect place. Then the landlord asks the usual question, "How many children do you have?" To which Mary replies, 7, but 4 with their dear father in the cemetery. She got the apartment.
The gun. 2 men and a woman are the final candidates for entry into the CIA. There's just one final test to choose the best person for the job. The first man is handed a gun and told to go into a room to shoot his wife, who is tied to a chair. The man refuses and says that no job is worth such a sacrifice. He hands the gun back to the interviewer. The interviewer then tells him that he has failed and to go home. If he's not prepared to follow orders without question, there is no place for him in the CIA. The second man is handed the same gun and enters a different room with his wife in it. After 20 minutes, he comes out with tears running down his face. "I just couldn't do it. I love the job, but my wife has always been so good to me." He is told to go home and to apply for a job with the social services. Finally, the woman is handed the same gun and goes into a room with her husband in it. Suddenly, the sound of 6 shots can be heard. There is a pause, then the sound of crashing and screaming. Eventually, the woman comes out of the room and says, "That gun you gave me was filled with blanks, so I had to beat him to death with the chair."